Hey, I guess we're seatmates for the next few hours. I'm Kai.
Nice to meet you, Kai. I'm Ingrid. First time heading to Norway?
Yeah, first time. Honestly, I've been dreaming about this trip for months. What about you? Returning home?
Yep, just spent a couple of weeks in the US, visiting family. So what made you pick Norway?
I kept seeing those crazy photos of fjords online, and I was like, I have to go. Plus, I heard Norwegians are really into the outdoors.
That's true. We even have a word for it, friluftsliv. It's kind of a lifestyle where being outside is almost sacred.
That's so cool. I think I need more of that. Though I might have overpacked. I've got waterproof everything, wool layers, even snow spikes, just in case.
You actually did well. Norwegian weather is famous for changing in 5 minutes. Layers are essential.
That's what I read. Is it true it can go from sunny to stormy in one hike?
Totally, especially in the fjord regions or up in the mountains. You'll thank yourself for packing smart.
Any tips for getting around once I land? I'll be starting in Bergen.
Oh, nice. Bergen's perfect for fjord access. You can rent a car for flexibility, or if you're solo, public transport works well. Buses, trains, even ferries.
I thought about renting a car, but I'm nervous about the roads. Tight turns and tunnels sound intense.
They can be, but Norwegians drive slow and safe, and the views worth every curve.
Good to know. What about trains? Are they scenic?
Some of the most scenic in the world. If you have time, take the Flåm Railway. It's unreal.
Noted. Oh, I got travel insurance just in case. Everyone said medical costs there are no joke.
Smart move. Norway is safe, but stuff happens. Delayed ferries, sudden storms, twisted ankles on hikes.
Yeah, I even made a copy of my insurance and passport. Paranoid much?
That's not paranoid, that's prepared, especially for fjord country.
You make it sound like I'm going into a Viking expedition.
Not quite, but sometimes it does feel like an adventure from a saga.
This is already the best pre-trip pep talk. Thanks, Ingrid.
Anytime. Just promise me one thing. Don't skip the cinnamon buns at any cafe. Non-negotiable.
Deal. And if I survive the roads and the weather, I'll owe you a coffee.
Then I'll make sure the weather behaves. Maybe.
So I have to ask, what's one thing you never travel in Norway without?
Easy. Wool base layers. Doesn't matter the season. And a thermos. Hot tea in the cold is a lifesaver.
I packed a bunch of stuff, but I still feel like I forgot something. I even brought trekking poles and one of those ultralight rain ponchos.
That's legit. Most people forget how quickly things can get rough on trails. Did you pack for cooking too, or just restaurants?
Bit of both. I brought a tiny camping stove and planned to hit local grocery stores. I read Norwegian food can be pricey if you eat out all the time.
That's true. Eating out adds up fast. But grocery stores are kind of amazing. Clean, fresh, and efficient. Also, have you heard of brunost?
Brown cheese? That's the famous stuff, right?
Yep. Sweet, creamy, and a little weird, but we love it. Try it on waffles.
I'll give it a shot. I love exploring new food cultures anyway. Actually, I even packed some freeze-dried meals just in case.
Smart. Though try to balance it out. Norwegian berries or local bread can surprise you.
Local bread? Like dark rye?
Exactly. Dense, earthy, keeps you full, great with butter and brunost.
I didn't expect to get hungry mid-flight, but here we are.
That's the effect of talking about Norwegian food. Wait till you smell fresh cinnamon buns at a mountain hut.
Stop, I'm already craving it. So, do you do a lot of hiking?
Pretty often. It's our way of life, but we call friluftsliv. Ever heard of that?
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier. It's like living outdoors, right?
Exactly. It's not just an activity, it's part of who we are. My family goes camping even in spring snow.
Sounds intense, but kind of freeing too.
It is. We hike, we kayak, we even grill by the fjords, rain or shine.
That's what I'm craving, disconnecting from everything. My last trip was all about ticking boxes. This time, I want to feel something.
Nature in Norway does that to people. You'll hike for hours, then suddenly a lake appears out of nowhere.
That's what I need, to be surprised by silence.
Beautifully said. That silence is healing, and you can find it so easily back home.
Funny enough, I didn't even tell many people about this trip. Felt kind of personal.
That makes sense. Not every trip needs to be Instagrammed.
Exactly. I left my drone behind on purpose, but brought a journal. Haven't used one in years.
That's perfect. The mountains are great listeners.
What about you? Ever needed to reset like that?
Oh yeah. After university, I spent 2 months hiking solo up north. No phone, no pressure, just space.
That sounds incredible. I guess we all need to be off the grid sometimes.
Even Norwegians forget that, but nature reminds us, gently.
Honestly, I was nervous about traveling solo, but talking to you is making me feel like I'll be fine.
You will be, more than fine. You'll be changed.
You're like a motivational guidebook in person.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, thanks. I think this flight just became the most inspiring part of my trip so far.
Then we're off to a great start already.
So I've got to ask, what's the one view in Norway that made your jaw drop?
Easy. Standing on top of Preikestolen, looking down at the Lissefjord. You feel like you're floating above everything.
That's actually on my list. I saw photos and couldn't believe that drop. It looks unreal.
It feels unreal too. The wind, the silence, the scale. It's like standing at the edge of the world.
Have you done Trolltunga too?
Yep, that one's way longer and tougher, but the photo on the rock, totally worth it. You?
Not yet, but I'm planning to do both. I might try to hike in between some fjord cruises.
Smart move. Cruising through the fjords is like watching Earth breathe. Just make sure to charge your camera, constantly.
I actually brought a drone, hoping to get some cinematic overhead shots.
That's awesome, but be careful. Some areas are no-fly zones and wildlife can be sensitive.
Yeah, I've marked the restricted spots. I'm just worried about battery life and where to land it safely.
Flat rock outcrops work well. Just avoid wet moss, it's like ice.
Noted. I'm also trying a new editing style. Less cuts, more long, quiet takes.
Love that. It suits Norway. The stillness tells a story.
Exactly. I want the visuals to breathe, like the places do.
You'll have no shortage of scenes. Ever been to Geiranger Fjord?
Not yet. Should I add it?
Absolutely. The curves, the waterfalls, even the road to get there, it's unforgettable.
Speaking of roads, how's the driving around those areas?
Narrow and winding, but breathtaking. Drive slow, take breaks, enjoy the view.
What about Bergen? I've heard it's kind of mysterious.
It is. Rainy and poetic. Try walking the old wharf at dawn, completely empty and misty.
That sounds cinematic already. Oslo too?
Oslo's a contrast. Clean lines, fast trams, and super modern museums. You could film a city short there easily.
I like contrasts. Urban rhythm versus nature stillness.
That could be your concept. One half Oslo, one half fjord silence.
That's exactly it. I've been drafting scenes in my notes.
Add some soundscapes, bird calls, water trickles, authentic texture.
You're good at this. You ever do any filming?
A little. I helped a friend shoot a hiking vlog once. We got lost, but the footage turned out great.
Sounds like the best kind of creative accident.
The wilderness has a way of guiding you, even when you're off track.
Spoken like a true Norwegian.
Maybe. But honestly, nature makes storytellers of us all.
Wow, I might quote you in my video credits.
Just spell my name right.
Deal. By the way, any gear you always take on hikes?
A waterproof notebook and licorice. It's a weird comfort snack.
That's so specific. I love it. I always carry an energy bar and a tiny tripod.
You're ready. Norway is gonna be your playground.
Let's just hope I don't drop my drone into a fjord on day one.
If you do, I expect a very dramatic video title.
Hey Ingrid, can I ask something kinda silly?
Of course. No silly questions on this flight.
How hard is it to get around Norway if you only speak English?
You'll be totally fine. Most Norwegians speak English, especially the younger ones, and we're not shy about it either.
That's a relief. I was picturing awkward grocery store moments, miming for cheese.
Oh, you might end up pointing a lot, but people will help you. We love practicing English with visitors.
Nice. I guess I should still learn a few basics, like hi and thank you.
That always goes a long way. Hey for hi, takk for thank you, and unskjold if you bump into someone.
Got it. Takk, hi, unskjold. I'll try not to mix them up mid-sentence.
Worst case, you make us smile. We appreciate the effort.
Speaking of adjusting, I'm still unsure about where to stay. I booked a mix, some hotels, a few camping cabins, and even one night in a hytte.
That's a great mix. Hytted are super cozy, kind of like Norwegian soul in a cabin.
What's it like? Like rustic or modern?
Depends. Some are traditional with wood-burning stoves. Others are modern with Wi-Fi and underfloor heating. But all are about disconnecting.
That sounds amazing. I've always wanted to try a cabin in the woods kind of stay.
You'll love it. Bring thick socks and tea.
Noted. I also booked one night in a tent site. Thought I'd go full-on nature mode.
That's brave. Make sure your sleeping bag is rated for low temps.
Already double-checked. I even layered my clothes into packing cubes. One for rain disaster, one for sun surprise.
That's very Norwegian of you. Weather here doesn't ask for permission.
So I've heard. 1 minute it's sunshine, next minute I'm drenched.
Layers, Kai. Wool inside, waterproof outside. That's the secret.
Should put that on a t-shirt.
Oh, I'd wear it. Just make sure you always have dry socks in your bag.
Oh, I packed 2 extras and a backup in my day pack.
Now that's smart. Also, don't forget travel insurance.
Yeah, I actually got coverage for gear and delays too. My drone wasn't cheap.
Good call. Norway's safe, but stuff happens. Slippery rocks, sudden fog.
I slipped in Iceland once and missed a train. Still have flashbacks.
Oof. I once got snowed in at a mountain cabin for 3 days. Turned into a mini yoga retreat.
See, you make disasters sound delightful.
It's all part of the adventure. Plus, Norwegians secretly love weather drama.
I'm starting to get that vibe. Honestly, I feel way more ready now than I did boarding this flight.
Then I've done my job as your accidental travel coach.
Can I hire you full-time?
Only if you pay in waffles.
Deal. And hey, thanks again for everything.
My pleasure. See you on the trails, Kai.
You bet. And I promise, dry socks always.
One last tip. Norwegian saying, there's no bad weather, only bad clothing.
That's going straight into my journal. I know, I still can't believe we ran into each other again, in the middle of a trail cafe of all places.
I know. I almost didn't recognize you with the hat and all that hiking dust.
And you looked like a local guide, honestly. Totally in your element.
What can I say? Nature's my second home. How's the trip been so far?
Wild, in the best way. I've slept in a tent under the stars, hiked until my legs quit, and filmed every breath of fog.
That sounds poetic. Did you end up using your drone?
Every chance I got. Caught a herd of sheep moving through the mist in a valley, accidentally cinematic.
That's the best kind of shot, the unexpected ones.
Totally, and I've been journaling too. The quiet here just begs for reflection.
That's Norway for you. Did you try wild camping?
Yup. Thanks to what you said about Allemannsretten, I found a spot by a lake. No fences, no people, just wind and water.
I'm so glad. That right to roam really is freedom, isn't it?
It is, and it reminded me why I wanted to come here. To feel small, in a good way.
You found your answer then?
I think so. I came for scenery, but I stayed for the stillness.
Beautiful. Did your gear hold up?
Mostly, except one hiking pole snapped on a scramble, but I taped it up with, don't laugh, my sock.
Very resourceful. That's real trail wisdom.
What about you? Been on any wild adventures lately?
I did a solo loop in Hardangervidda last weekend. Got caught in a sudden snow squall.
Whoa, were you okay?
Cold, but fine. I always pack a tiny emergency shelter. Learned that the hard way years ago.
I should add that to my checklist, along with spare drone propellers.
Definitely. So, what's next for you? More filming?
Editing mostly. I think I've got enough for a full short film now.
I hope I get to see it. What's the vibe?
Quiet awe, natural rhythm, like a love letter to solitude.
Sounds powerful. People need that kind of reminder.
That's what I'm hoping. Not just pretty views, but why those moments matter.
I think you're onto something. And who knows, maybe this will be the first of many chapters.
You think so?
Sure. You already caught the bug. Next thing you know, you're learning Norwegian and buying wool socks in bulk.
Don't tempt me. I already found a shop with handmade ones.
Told you.
Actually, I was thinking of doing a piece just on slowness. No narration, just sound and breath.
That would be gorgeous. I sometimes record stream sounds into my waterproof notebooks app.
Wait, there's an app for that?
Of course. Nature Soundtrack deserves its own playlist.
You're officially the coolest storyteller I know.
And you're officially part Norwegian now.
Ingrid, thank you for all the advice and this dinner. It's the perfect ending.
Not an ending, just a quiet pause before what's next.
You're right. Here's to the next trail.
Skål, Kai.
Skål, but maybe with fewer blisters next time.